Here we go. Going into my room. Okay. Oh man. Welcome to the Galactic Starcruiser. This is Disney's immersive hotel live action experience. This is something that they've never done before. For 2 days, we're going to be living and breathing all things Star Wars and being a part of this special story they created. Disney invited us for an early preview to check out what it's all about before it opens officially on March 1st. There is a lot of this experience I am so curious about. Are there going to be actors just walking around in makeup? What's the food like? What's the story going to be? What are the special effects we're going to see? Well, we're going to find out and we're going to show you. But first, let me show you the details of this room. When it comes to everything, just has details. Everything's really plush and cool little shapes and triangles and half circles everywhere because that's the Star Wars thing. Over here is where you're going to have a little table. They have some chairs hidden under here so you can sit. You can store things underneath. In Star Wars, yes, they have space trash and space recycle cans. Recycling is canon. Look at this. Star Wars remote control for your Star Wars TV. Can I watch Star Wars in Star Wars? I want to know. This is going to be your main window to space. You can close it. It looks a lot better when the lights are turned down, but this is just going to show you where you are. And I'm sure on our journey that it's going to change as we move along. But right now, we're stationary right now. Now behind this window is not just a flat screen playing a movie. There is a layered screen effect. It sort of looks like it curves depending on which angle you view it from. If you are wondering, I'm trapped on a ship with no windows, can I escape? Yes, you can escape. There is an emergency exit in your room. And it tells you what to do in case of an emergency. You would wait here and call 911. So yes, there is a door out. You're not trapped, ladies and gentlemen. You can leave the story if you need to. I kind of like that though. Who's watching TV here? I don't know. I don't know who's actually watching TV, but you could. And this is also giving you a whole map of where you're going in your journey so far. This is where you're going to have your call center to communicate and talk to your droid, who's obviously going to have some sort of elements of your story as you go along.
Hello, and welcome aboard.
Hello.
Is now a good time to discuss your journey?
Yes.
Wonderful. My name is D309, the logistics droid of the Halcyon.
Little note, little tip. Be careful. This is like right at your face level. I already hit myself. I know. I'm a little clumsy. So everything is a weird shape. It's cool. Look at the floor over here. They even have it looks Star Warsy in the border between the bathroom and the carpet. It's just kind of crazy. When you walk in, they give you water. It says it's able to be refilled at the atrium. A lot of fun to see how much detail they put into everything, and I appreciate that. And the fact that all doors kind of open in a sliding way. Even the bathroom doors open this way, sure, for space, but even these kind of give you that feel that you're on board a starship. It's something different. They have here different dispensers, so you don't get little Star Wars soaps and shampoos to take home. It's all in a dispenser because that is more, I guess, eco-smart. CSL, the Starliners logo. What's in here? Face cloths, makeup removers, because they know you're probably wearing makeup. Foaming bubble mask. Calms and soothes skin for all galactic species. The detail! Oh my gosh, foaming bubble mask. There's 4 of them here. Oh my gosh. We got towels with the Starliner logo. Thermal blower. I mean, it's not as big as Princess Vespa's, but it'll do. This is a really big box to hold a hairdryer. Space toilet. Everything is very fancy. And of course, because it is in space, it just can't be a round one. No, it is a squarish one. Body wash, shampoo, conditioner, all labeled for your cleaning enjoyment. It's pretty nice. It's basic, it does the job. I mean, the way the plugs look, the way the dispensers of everything, it's special. But let's back up and let me tell you how we got here. We start our journey in Florida, where a big, mysterious gray and white building is hidden away behind Disney's Hollywood Studios theme park. Guests drive up to the entrance, and everyone is going to want a selfie by this sign. After checking in and dropping off my bags, I walked down a hallway where we got a quick welcome message with some real-world talk. A video explained to guests what a real emergency looks like and what a fake Star Wars story emergency on the ship looks like, so you know what to do if you really need help. And at that moment, our fantasy story begins. To transport to the spaceship, you have to, of course, get on a shuttle. Now, this thing moves a tad to feel like you're going up into space, and the window above shows you are leaving the planet. And then, there it is, the atrium, where all the big action takes place. There's some time to take in the sights and explore the ship before the action starts. And it's also lunchtime, and all the food on this voyage has a very unique presentation.
There's a lot of cool things. I mean, some stuff for adults, like, you know, seafood and presented in really awesome ways. But even little kids, like, this is supposed to be grilled cheese and tomato soup. And it tastes really good for, like, you know, your basic grilled cheese. Look, they kept the body on it. I mean, I get that we're in space, but how am I supposed to eat this? Do I eat it? Am I supposed to just chomp into it? What am I doing? Am I supposed to touch it? I don't know. But that's, you know what? Sense of adventure. You better have a sense of adventure while you're here, right? I'm making it up. No. I had a leg in there. It's crunchy. It's crunchy.
We report to our muster stations where our ship leaders tell us to come here in case the ship runs into trouble. And this is where we get to know our crew.
It is my honor to introduce to you Captain Riola Keevan. Well, thank you for your enthusiasm. Welcome aboard the Starcruiser Halcyon.
So the captain and the cruise director are welcoming us, and it's all pretty cool. And then suddenly you can tell something's up when you see some of the crew members like whispering and walking around like they're nervous. Someone's suddenly on board, and of course it's the First Order. Of course. They suspect that they can't trust this ship for some reason, and they're gonna stay on the ship. And there's booze, and I love the audience. It was like everyone was in on the improv. It was like, yeah, let's all do this, you know. When you are like on a Disney ride, and they have that little intro sometimes, you know, to when you're about to go on. This was the intro. That was the intro moment to this whole journey. It set the story. It let us know who the bad guys are, what is at stake, and who the characters are here. So it's pretty cool, pretty cool. And they gave everyone a little bit of a lemonade drink to toast to safe travels.
I wanted some fresh air, and I headed first to the climate simulator, a small garden area where I entered my first storyline. So when we came out here just to check it out, in comes a new character, Sandro, telling us all about how he gave up everything at his home planet to come on it here on the ship, get a ticket to see Gaya, the performer, tonight. And he also started playing some of Gaya's hits, which, good story. He was really playing the part. I loved it. It kind of made me, I don't know, this is my first moment of a story. This is cool. But I want to go where he was going now and see what else is going to develop. I feel like I have to keep following the path, and I have to be curious to see what's next. So I don't want to hang out here anymore, even though it's great and very relaxing. I want to see what other actors and storylines we can find. The more you explore the ship and start talking to people, you start to realize there is a lot to uncover about what is really going on in this space cruise. And it's all tied together with a phone app you have to use. Here they call your phone a data pad, and there's a special app that starts pinging you with messages from the crew. You use the app to talk to them, you'll get nudges on where to go next, or help them with certain favors. You also have an RFID wristband, which is called a data band, and that records some of your activities and helps you unlock certain areas of the ship.
I help them from getting the information off SK, the droid.
I also ran into action just by being nosy and keeping my eyes and ears open.
So everyone, when we get up to these stairs, we're going to make a blockade around Chewie. Make sure we give him enough room so he can walk.
In 5 minutes, we're going to be starting our ride on slide. So if you are interested in
In your room, you can communicate with the ship's droid. It lets you improvise conversations. Her answers depend on what you say to her. If you go beyond the simple yes or no and get creative, she reacts pretty well.
Have it back and forth. Oh, I think this is a fantastic anniversary trip. I'm looking forward to it.
It is indeed. How
The
many-
droid also talks about what you did in your day based on the info that's saved on your data band. Some of her conversations are 10 minutes long, so there's a lot of entertainment here. And you better check in throughout your day for a real understanding of what's going on.
We're going to convince this probe droid that Chewbacca left the ship. Are you in?
Yes.
It's not all about actors and looking at screens. There's also fun to have with the crew. Bartenders are going to give you a thorough backstory on any drink you order.
That is going to be our Hoth icebreaker here. And let me see what you got going on here.
I got lipstick.
Oh, but you have teeth. I just wanted to make sure because I want you to break the ice, not your teeth, whenever you have this drink. So I was just making sure, because not all species can handle it.
Okay.
Not all species can handle it.
Everyone here gets really into it. And you know what? That's pretty cool.
That definitely looks like it's from Hoth. Sure is.
I played a little bit of Sabacc. That's the card game made famous by Han Solo's adventures. They use a holographic version at the table instead of real cards, which you can sort of see if you lean your head in the right direction. We didn't play for real credits, but these rules are a little different from other Sabacc card games you may already own, and I think I got a knack for it pretty quickly. And then there's the shopping. Yeah, there's lots to geek out about.
Oh, I definitely want to get this. So here we have a lightsaber that is exclusive to the Chandrila Starline. The hilt is what's unique about it, and it's 170 credits for Earth dollars. Very cool.
My datapad itinerary tells me to head to the bridge for training. Every station is different. Some controls are for shields, some fire blasters, and others repair the ship. You have to work as a team to keep it all together. Suddenly we are all in a massive scale, button mashing, knob turning, switch flicking arcade game. And it's not super easy, but you know, even if you're awful, I'm sure the ship is still gonna be okay. Dinner is a multi-layered show.
Everything's very customized. This is the evening with Gaya. And the 3-course meal is set, but this is a reference of what we'll be getting, and we can order drinks to go with it.
Food has some familiar tastes with wild presentations. Lots of bantha meat is used. Sometimes the colors and textures can throw you off. And you can look at the menu to cheat on what you're eating, or you can get brave and just guess the flavors.
It's definitely like a sweet meat with like a puffy dumpling around it. This is kind of fun. I don't know what it is, but I like it. It's different.
But there's not much time to eat when you want to take in the awesome singing talent of Gaya. She's our guest star on the ship. Of course, it's not going to be Star Wars without some good music and some far-out instruments. I really like her personality. I barely wanted to eat, there was so much happening. You'll soon realize that drama is going down during dinner behind the scenes. And you know what? They might need your help to distract our friend, Lieutenant Croy of the First Order. Even though it's late, there is always more to do. This was a lot. I'm very tired. It is 10:30. And I have no idea what's in store for tomorrow, but I feel like something's brewing. I am just absolutely impressed and wowed by how many actors are on and nonstop. There are layers of storylines. I feel both very fulfilled that I'm seeing things happen, but also I'm left going, but wait, did I get everything? Because I want to see everything. This is like a video game when you're trying to talk to every character to make sure you understand what's going on, but I know what's going on. I feel like I'm getting a good chunk of the story, obviously, but I feel like I also don't want to leave anything behind. I want to capture every little nugget. This was delightful, and man, they put on a good show. They really do. But you know, if you're too excited to sleep, you can always check in with your room droid Link, and she can sing you a lullaby.
May the stars light your way throughout all your journeys. May the stars light your way throughout all your days.
Oh, man.
Welcome aboard the Batuu transport. I am J6F8, and I'll be your pilot for this short journey.
Day 2 puts us in the theme park, our excursion to the planet of Batuu. After our mission on the Falcon, we get more messages to find a secret camp. That is the ride known as Rise of the Resistance. And this time I chose to help Lieutenant Croy. This is by far Disney's best ride, and being able to walk in and skip the long line is a major perk of this voyage. Before we go back to the ship, there's yet another mission. We need to get some intel and drinks from Oga's Cantina.
You might be okay with that.
Okay. Thank you. I gotta scan it. They really make you work for this intel. We now have a lot of quests in the park that we need to use our app to accomplish, like hacking droids and scanning codes. Oh, access denied. Instruct key. Okay, enough of this foolishness. It's time to get to some lightsaber training.
So awareness forward, take a deep breath in, and engage. Use your whole body. Okay, block, now move away. Yes, just like that. Okay. Just like that. Yes. Good work. Okay, all right.
So I never really wanted to go to my room because at a certain point you were just afraid of missing something.
Sammy's got something up his sleeve. He just whispered something to one of the kids.
Big things happen that are not on your datapad itinerary.
What is happening? Sammy, I don't like the looks of that.
No, look.
Uh-oh.
They're forming a blockade around the entire ship.
Effective immediately, the ship is under the control of the First Order.
We need to de-escalate this right now. Get it solved.
Things can just happen to you spontaneously if you're in the right place at the right time. At one point, I was asked to help rescue an astromech droid with some kids. This made me so hungry to not miss out on anything that I started running into other groups of people that were heading to the bridge. And here I got caught up in another character's storyline to help the resistance. You never know what you're going to see on the bridge, maybe even famous heroes of the past. Depending on how active you are, you could be called to the bridge in different ways by different characters. I was specifically called to the bridge again to help Lieutenant Croy with other First Order loyalists.
Destroy those loaders. Okay. Fire! Very good now. Well done. Just a bit more there on the starboard side. Dead ahead. Please stop firing. Well done, all. Very good work.
Everyone is seeing how the story is unfolding from different angles. There were some quest prompts in my phone that I did not do, and I can't help but wonder what else I missed out on because I did another random mission on the spot. There's just no way to see it all. But enough drama for a moment, please. We have to get to dinner. And tonight we sat at the captain's table. It costs $30 per person extra, and we get a few extra food items, some wine pairings, and a chance to sit closer to the action.
But everyone is holding up well?
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
The room light changes with every dish, inspired by different planets, and sometimes there are unique smells that fill the air.
We got our blue shrimp, baby.
The food was pretty tasty, but the most satisfying part of the meal for me was when the characters interacted with us.
So, how has everyone been enjoying the ship ever since the First Order commandeered it? I've been having a wonderful time.
We all knew something big was about to happen, and it looks like we're about to find out. Warning, there's some big spoilers ahead.
Attention.
control of the First Order. Though I have to tell you, I've had some help from some of your passengers. Savannah. Savannah, where are you, Savannah? Savannah! Yesterday became the first person to ever call me a mean old man. That fuels movements like the Order in the first place. All of this is because of you, Savannah. Friendly, he's here!
You talk, or they scream. To me.
No! We stand united! Together! As one! Together! As one!
It's here! You can't keep this from me! It's mine! Don't make me take that holocron from you, Ray!
Follow me inside!
Destroy them all!
No! Hey, please!
Ready!
Please!
Aim! Hold! Trooper!
Now that that's settled, get them off my ship! Here's to the end of one extraordinary journey, and to the beginning of 1,000 more.
Every Star Wars movie needs to end on its John Williams fanfare, but instead of end credits, our story ends with a celebration in space. And now it's time to wake up from this collective dream. I'm full of adrenaline. I'm taking it all in. It was fun. I definitely am feeling just like that was a fun show.
We hope that we have honored your journey and that adventure will find you wherever you may go. Give passage and may the stars light your way.
All right, we're off the ship. I've had a little time to gather my thoughts, and I have really experienced something that was extremely involved. You have this blend of Broadway level acting and improv woven together with some massive technology system that is taking all of our stories and coordinating it. I didn't really expect how deep, how layered and involved this was going to be when you have characters that are invested in your name and your path, and everyone's on different paths. You have to go into this knowing you're not going to see everything, but you have to be on your toes to get the most of it. And that's key when we're talking about the price. This is an experience that for a typical cabin room, you're looking at about $5,000 for this 2-night stay. And when you're spending that, you want to make sure you're getting your value's worth. And I gotta say, this isn't for everyone. You have to love Star Wars. You really have to love nerding out. Also, this is for someone who loves theater, because the energy of the actors and participating and talking to them and kind of wanting to be engaged with people, that is what made it fun. That is what made it more than just staring at my phone and going, okay, I completed a quest, okay, I did something, I pulled a lever, oh, I went to hyperspace. No, this is about engaging with the characters. Because when you do, suddenly this starts feeling real. That kind of energy is hard to always get across in a photo. Sure, it can look like, oh, that looks kind of spacey, that looks a little Star Warsy, oh, your food looks blue, but the energy is what's hard to convey, and there is no slow moment. So you also have to be someone who wants to play this video game. You want to be able to hack it. You want to be able to get everything out of it. Because if you're just sitting back and watching, it's possible you'll be able to progress the story along. You'll see what happens with everyone else, but you won't get the nuggets of fun. So who is this not for? I would say this is not for a family with really young kids. There is a lot for kids to do, but just keep in mind that that experience is going to be different. You might not be able to do every single quest because kids are going to be on their own path. So if you're a parent who wants to see it all, you might have to work together as a team to really get everything out of it. But I did love seeing how the characters were really engaging with the Padawans, if you will. Another thing we have to mention, the pandemic. This is for someone who is okay with being really close with your fellow shipmates. I kind of went in not knowing what to expect, how I would feel about it, but you start to realize, hey, I'm at dinner with everybody. We're all next to each other, singing and dancing without our mask on, eating. But know this, the characters, they're doing things like come in close, let's gather around, you know, things like that. So go in knowing what your comfort level is when it comes to that. We're in a spaceship that doesn't have windows and we're all eating indoors, and you know, at a certain point I was like, okay, I'm in it. So if you're living a Star Wars movie, a video game, what is the story? Well, this story has themes in it from the very beginning. It's about teamwork. You cannot do certain things unless you're working together. You have to talk with other people. You have to, on the bridge, work together by pushing the levers and knobs. It's all about coming together, being brave, overcoming challenges, and all that good feeling, empowerment stuff that, you know, you always like to see in a Star Wars movie. Right now there's a hunger for a new type of entertainment, something that you can experience. Why just have VR at home when you can live it? And we did, we lived it. Do not think of this as a hotel. The amenities are not the same. This isn't even like the same as a cruise amenity, even though it's kind of structured that way in the storyline. You are paying for living a video game movie. You know, when we ended our space cruise voyage and we got off the ship, we were in our little simulator and we got back to planet Earth. I gotta say, I got emotional. I got emotional because I knew this is something that you can't just pop in and see again. You can't just duck in the next time you're in Orlando to check out everything. They really make it so you feel like this is something you might do once in many, many, many years. We talk about replayability. I think I wouldn't go do it again unless something massively changes in the story, because I feel like I got like 70% of it. So I got emotional knowing like this is one of those vacations do once in a long time. Or maybe do it with different groups of friends. But it's not like a typical theme park entertainment for sure. Well, we went really in depth into the Starcruiser, but there's a lot more to see. When you get to the planet Batuu, there's a really cool ride, Rise of the Resistance. It's my favorite thing. I have a whole video about it. And also, if you want to know about some of the tech on the ship, like Rey's lightsaber that extends, that's pretty cool. I have a whole video on that too. Thanks for geeking out with me. Until next time, may the Force be with you.